what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great Tuesday. It's Tuesday today. We're going to make a really quick salad dressing for you tonight. And so, get that out of your face. So we're going to make a salad dressing tonight that is in my new ebook, the 21-Day Raw Transformation Program. And so we've already made up our salad, our nice looking 5-star salad here. What do you guys think about that? Looks pretty delicious. Celine made it for me, so I'm always thankful for her in helping me, get in my 5-star salads. But right now we're going to show you guys how to make this delicious Royal Dragon dressing. All right, so this is in the ebook, one of 21 salad dressing recipes that I put in there. If you get that book, which we are just in the process of putting that onto the shop on my website, so that'll be on there later tonight. So if you're interested in the 21-Day Raw Transformation Program, go ahead and hop on over to my website later tonight, and you can pick that up. Yeah, so let's get started making this salad dressing. This is Royal Dragon salad dressing. And so what we're going to be using tonight is sesame seeds. So we've got 3 tablespoons of white sesame seeds. I'm just going to put that into the blender. Now ideally, what we like to do, and I've told you guys this many times before, but I figure for anybody new, I'm going to just give you a heads up. To help with the digestibility of nuts and seeds, it's a great idea to get like 2 bags. So we usually get like 2 bags like this. And so this is 1 pound, so 16 ounces. So we do 2 pounds at a time, and we will soak them all, and then we will, after about 8 hours or so, we'll rinse them, and then we'll put them into the dehydrator, and we will dehydrate them until they're completely dry, and that way we can store them in the fridge. And they've already, so when you soak them, you start to remove those enzyme inhibitors and the phytic acid so that you can digest them better. All right, so that's a tip for anybody out there that has trouble digesting nuts and seeds. Jackie? All right, so next we're going to put in 2 medjool dates. I think I saw a comment there.
Lisa says, hi from Winnipeg, Canada.
Oh, hey, Lisa. All right, so 2 medjool dates.
His butt was right in the camera.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
He's not shy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got 1/2 inch of ginger. And I really like to use fresh ginger in my salad dressings. It is such a great flavor. Now, what I learned from Chef James Sant, he's an awesome raw chef. Check him out for sure. When you peel ginger, I used to always use a knife and cut off the skin, but you can use a spoon and you can just scrape off the skin, and it just takes off the skin. It doesn't take off any extra of the actual root, and so you don't waste as much by peeling it with a knife. You can just use a spoon and scrape it off. So that's a tip that I learned from Chef James Sant. I would definitely look him up on YouTube. But actually, this looks really clean, so I'm actually not even going to peel it. All right, so all right, so we got ginger, our dates, our sesame seeds. I'm going to put in 1 clove of garlic. And then we're going to toss in our acid component, which is, we already have, Celine likes to just, peel the skin off of, or the skin, the peel. off of the lemons early, so I've already got 2 peeled lemons here. I'm going to put in 1/2 of the peeled lemon. And then, let's see, we're going to do 1 teaspoon of paprika. We're going to do about 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now you can adjust this. If you don't like it that hot, you don't have to put that much in. I'm not even going to measure it. I just put in a little sprinkle there. And that's actually usually what I do anyways. I don't usually measure when I'm making my own, just for myself. But if I'm going to show you guys how to do it, I want to show you guys how to do it right. Alright, so the last thing other than the water, we're going to put in about 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Alright, so just a little bit of Dijon mustard goes a long ways. And then we're going to put in 3/4 to 1 cup of distilled water. Now obviously you guys can use whatever water that you prefer, but as you know, I always like to use distilled water because, for many reasons, and I actually wanted to talk a little bit about that. I pulled up an article that I shared in one of my last newsletters from Pure and Secure, talking about their top 10 reasons, or at least 10 reasons why you should drink distilled water. And so as we're making this, I kind of wanted to go through some of those and just, give you guys a little more insight for those of you that haven't yet signed up to my newsletter. But if you haven't, for sure, go over to my website, myrawintuition.com. Link will be in the description box down below. And get signed up to this newsletter because I'm going to be, sending out a lot of really great information coming up. And I do like to just give you guys as much education as I can. And so let's kind of look through this website or this article before I let you go after I mix this up. All right, so let's first get the water in there. So again, 3/4 to 1 cup. Go. And tonight we are using the vacuum blender. So this is the BioChef carafe that I got, and it comes with this nice little BioChef vacuum. So we're just gonna suck out the air before we blend this up to preserve more of the nutrients. All right, so a little bit about this this distilled water article that I found. It talks about many of the things that you'll get out of your water when you use a distillation process. So first off, nitrates and nitrites are a big one, especially in areas like Minnesota where there's a lot of farming going on. They use all those synthetic fertilizers that have the nitrates and nitrites in there, and so that gets into our drinking water, right? And so a lot of people don't think about that, but that is a major contaminant in drinking water, especially in farming areas. All right, there's also lead is a common contaminant that you will get out when you distill water. And lead, is coming from rusty pipes and things like that. That's, pretty much everybody is, at risk for. There's also chlorine, which we've talked about many times in the past. They chlorinate the water to disinfect it. Unfortunately, that chlorine, really is detrimental to those good microbiota in our gut. as well as it displaces iodine in our thyroid. So if we're drinking a lot of chlorinated water, we're exposed to chlorine in our showers and pools and things like that. We can be really doing harm to the thyroid and to our gut microbiome. So something to think about if you're drinking tap water or you're just using chlorinated water frequently. And then just bacteria, viruses, protozoa, these are all things that you will remove if you distill your water. Microplastics, so people out there that try to avoid tap water but they're using plastic bottled water, they're going to be getting, more than likely, they're getting those little microplastics that are leaching into that water from those bottles. And just even if you're drinking tap water, you're still probably getting microplastics as people are doing laundry that comes off of clothing, it comes off of different laundry products, other bath and beauty products actually release microplastics into the water. So these are all things that are important that we're aware of so that we can do our best to avoid consuming them, because they can really cause a lot of issues on our health. Pharmaceutical products, people are dumping those down the toilet or they're peeing them in the toilet. Birth control is commonly found in tap water. Same with antidepressants, same with antibiotics. So, it's kind of just a soup of different things that we're consuming when we're drinking tap water and, just using water that hasn't been distilled. All right, so I'm gonna blend this up here really quick. Just should take a second. Now the air from in here has been greatly reduced. So that's what the vacuum did. It sucked out the air. And now when we blend, there's going to be a lot less oxidation. All right, so that's, a vacuum blender is a luxury. You don't have to have one, but it does definitely make a difference in the taste and the texture and how long you can store something that you've blended. So now, when I release the little flap here, you'll hear the air getting back into the container. Alright, then...
Would you say the blender is as good as a Vitamix?
I would not. It actually doesn't... It doesn't work quite as well as the regular Vitamix carafe, I have found. It does a really good job most of the time. What I have noticed is that, one, it doesn't quite blend it as smoothly, usually, as the Vitamix will. And especially if I fill up the entire carafe. Like, say I want to make a big fruit smoothie in the morning. If I fill this all the way up, and even if it's not like hard to blend things, like if it's just bananas and maybe some frozen mango or something, it does run the motor a little more stressfully. Like it's just harder on the motor. But if I do, half the container or less, so whatever I'm blending, if it only fills up about half the container, then it blends just like a normal Vitamix container would do it. So I think, it's not bad by any means. It still works perfectly fine. I prefer to do it with my salad dressings because that, it's much less volume. I can do smoothies in it, obviously, but I just don't like to make multiple batches of smoothie. When I make my smoothie, I just like to make it one time and that's it. And so lately I have been using just the regular Vitamix carafe to do that. But yeah, I mean, most people don't make as big of smoothies as I do, so it might not even make a difference for most people. Um, so yeah, I mean, I do still highly recommend it. It makes a huge difference, like I said, in the flavor and the texture, and just the shelf life if you don't use all of what you're making. But yeah, it's slightly less, efficient as just the regular Vitamix carafe. Now, if you wanted, you could, you could buy an actual vacuum blender, and that would probably take care of that issue. Because obviously this is the Vitamix base, and this company just made a carafe that fits onto their base. So it's not technically made for like a vacuum sealed blender carafe, but yeah, still I would recommend it. But those are just a few of the drawbacks that I have found so far. Is that it doesn't always blend it as completely smooth as the Vitamix, and if you fill it pretty far up, then it will run harder on the base. So yeah, that is what I have found. I think we've had it for, I don't know,
Couple months.
yeah, since Christmas, I think.
Do you ever make nice cream in it?
I have not made nice cream in this carafe. Usually when I make nice cream, it's in the food processor. I just like the way that nice cream comes out better in the food processor. And when I make it in the Vitamix, even if I'm using the Vitamix carafe, it runs it pretty hard, and I know it can, I've seen people making nice cream in their Vitamix, every day for years, and it's fine, but I just don't like to put that much stress on the base, because when you make nice cream, it does run it pretty hard, and I've found that the food processor just handles it a lot better, and honestly, I kind of like the texture better in the food processor than in the blender. So that's what I do. But I would imagine, I don't know, I'll have to do a nice cream in this and just see how it works so that I can share that with you guys, because I honestly, I don't know. I'm guessing it works. Actually, I take that back. This might not be a good option for nice cream because you don't have the tamper. And that's one of the things with the Vitamix carafe, is that you have that tamper to push the frozen bananas down into the blade. Whereas this one, if it's vacuum sealed, you can't get anything in there. So it probably wouldn't work as well, but I don't know, I'll give it a try. I'll see what happens. And yeah, maybe we'll do a video on that one of these next few nights. Alright, so this is the dressing, Royal Dragon. Now, like I said, it's got some fresh ginger in there. I love to put fresh ginger. Celine just put up the recipe for you guys there. Thank you, Celine. I was eating this dressing for, I felt like months. Like just this dressing for like, I don't know, a month or more. It's really good. If you like ginger and you like a little bit of heat, this is a delicious dressing. You could also use red pepper chili flakes instead of cayenne to give it even more of a spicy, feel. I think I like the chili pepper flakes better than cayenne, but cayenne is what I originally put in this recipe, so that's what is listed. But you could do either cayenne or like, I don't know, like half a teaspoon of those chili pepper flakes. That would be really good. But yeah, so I'm just gonna dump this onto my salad here. And by the way, if anybody is interested in that article that I was reading to you, you can go to mypurewater.com, and that's Pure and Secure's website. And that is the company that I'm an affiliate for their distillers. If you do want to get a distiller from Pure and Secure, which I highly recommend, they're in my opinion, and maybe I'm a little biased because I'm an affiliate, but I really do think they're the best distillers that you can get. And so you can go on their website, you can look at what they have, and let me know if you have any questions. But you can use the discount code Raw Intuition and get 5% off of your distiller if you're interested. So take a look. But here is our 5-star salad. It's gonna be so good. And that is that. So yeah, I thank you guys for hanging out with me today. And does anybody have any questions before we log off here? I don't think,
Yes.
Yeah, there's questions?
Let me look at it. Laura B, does distilled water demineralize teeth?
Ooh, good question. No, from my understanding and my research, it does not demineralize teeth. It doesn't demineralize you at all, right? So what they say is that distilled water only has an affinity for inorganic minerals that the body has already rejected. So if it's going to take anything out of the body, it's going to be inorganic minerals that the body was not able to utilize in the first place. And so they're actually obstructions. And so using distilled water to cleanse that out is a good thing. All right, so distilled water cannot remove organic minerals that have been incorporated into our cells and tissues. All right, so it's a myth from my understanding and my research. So yeah, I've been drinking distilled water for over 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, at least since 2019.
Yeah.
18, 20, 4 years.
Right, 4 years. And I haven't experienced any deficiencies in minerals or any sort of weak teeth. And I know other people that have been drinking distilled water for decades and no mineral deficiencies. So, that's just what I have found and that's what I believe. So definitely do your own research, but there's a lot of misinformation out there about distilled water. So you just gotta be aware of that. But yeah, just, go with your intuition and go from there.
Does it cleanse heavy metals out?
That is a good question. I don't know for sure if it detoxes heavy metals. Having a hydrated body is going to help your body to eliminate unwanted materials in the first place. So I would imagine that it is, it's at least it's not a negative. If at worst it's neutral. So I think drinking distilled water, you're not adding. A lot of water has heavy metal contamination in it. So by drinking distilled water, you're not adding more heavy metal contaminants into your body. And so by that fact alone, it would be helping your body to release and remove those heavy metals that shouldn't be in there. So that's what I would say about that.
2 more things.
Hey, what's up, Wayne?
Yep, Wayne says hi, that was one. And then Apple369 says they're enjoying the bundle and your book in particular.
Oh wow, thank you so much. Yeah, I really am proud of the book, and I think it's something that I wish I would have had when I first got into this lifestyle. I think that I laid it out in a way that's going to really make it simple for people to understand, and it's going to make it easy for people to do this in a holistic, well-rounded way, rather than just focusing on diet or just focusing on lifestyle. It's got all of the components that have been so beneficial for me to make this a truly transformational, sustainable lifestyle that has completely transformed my health and just given me so many benefits. So yeah, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Thank you for that feedback. And anybody else that gets that either got the bundle, and thank you, by the way, anybody that has gotten the bundle, which is over now. It ended last night. But anybody that got the bundle, I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate, one, that you are taking steps to, improve your own health and your own life, and also supporting me by, getting the bundle through my link. And even if you didn't get it through my link, just thank you for supporting this movement and the bundle in itself. So really appreciate you guys so much, and I will continue to try and put out new content that can help you guys succeed. And yeah, so are there any other questions?
No, everyone's just saying thank you.
All right. Well, you're very welcome, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. We're gonna start, we're gonna be doing a lot more of these, over the next few weeks and months. So definitely stay tuned. And it's been awesome hanging out with you tonight. We will catch you guys in the next video. All right, bye Lisa, bye everybody.